So welcome guys to our April training. Happy to be with you. I'm super excited about today's session. We are going to be talking about making the idea of growing older optional. We're actually going to talk today about how to reach our fitness goals. We're going to specifically, I'm going to do a training with you today related to your walking. I think you're going to be really excited about it because we're all going to hopefully be together. We would love for you to come and join us, guys. We'd love to see you on that June 22nd at 9:30 a.m. at the Silver Lake Reservoir. We'd love to have you join us and use that as an opportunity to train. We're going to train for it. I'm actually going to be sending you a lot of information on the benefits of walking, the impact of walking, and I'm going to walk you through some things that you can do to help prep for that day. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun. We hope that you bring family and loved ones to come and join us. We're going to have a celebration. But let's dive in, guys. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk today about making fitness reachable, specifically not just fitness, but really walking. I'm going to talk to you today about the benefits of walking and the impact walking can have. It's a simple thing that we can do. It doesn't have to be even a long walk. Even a couple of minutes, which I'll show you, can profoundly impact your health and your well-being. So let's dive into it. I'd love to start by just reminding those that are new, please be sure to fill out this little questionnaire. This helps us to know that as we participate in our classes together, obviously we're going to be moving. We just want to make sure that you're safe, that if you have any medical or health conditions, that your doctor is well aware that you're going to be moving with us. So please take a couple of moments to do that if you haven't already. And I do want to start our time, guys. I'd love for you, if you don't mind, in chat, one win from, let's say, the last 3 weeks, the last time that we were together, 4 weeks almost. What's a one win that you're very thankful for, or very proud of yourself for? It could be anything. It could be, I found myself walking a little bit more, or I'm eating a little bit better. The smallest win, guys, we want to celebrate that because that's really important that we begin to stack up these wins. And over time, you're going to begin to see like, oh my goodness, my health and my fitness is improving dramatically. So go ahead and shoot that in chat. And when it comes in, I'll have Crystal just take a moment to read them, or Catherine, whoever would like to read it, anything that may be coming in. And it could be just, I'm here today. That's a win. That's a huge win. Let's celebrate that.
Okay, Irene says she's walking.
So we have something in the chat. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Crystal.
No, go ahead.
All right. So Irene said that she's been walking in the park twice a week in a park near her home in El Carrizo Park. And then Peggy said that she's been eating better.
Well done. Well done, Peggy and Irene. Thank you, guys. Keep them coming, guys. We learn from each other.
Oh,
so
Bob said that he saw a podiatrist. That's a win.
Way to go, Bob. That's fantastic. Good for you.
Jeanette also said that she's been attending her line dancing class consistently. Nice.
That's awesome. Keep them coming, guys. Come on.
Sandy says daily meditation. That's wonderful.
Great job. Anybody else?
Sylvia said that she's exercising in the morning before she starts getting tired.
Love it. That's the best strategy, Sylvia. I agree with you.
Oh, Ellen said that she's lifting weights for about 3 to 5 minutes a day. Amazing.
There we go.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I'd love to hear that.
Good. Anybody else?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying.
Hi, that's awesome. You're doing great. Fantastic. Anybody else?
Well, I joined the gym.
What? Come on, Crystal.
Go, Crystal.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
I just have to go. I just joined about a week ago. So it's just, I just have to go. But it has a sauna, movie theater. It has all these different pools, saunas. It has all jacuzzis, has all these amenities. So I'm going to have to go ahead and take advantage of it.
Is that a 24-hour fitness?
No, it's choosy. I call it choosy, but it's choose. Yeah.
Choosy.
Crystal,
Yeah.
that is fantastic.
Oh,
That's great.
mhm.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And by the way, just so guys, just for a moment, I want you to think about this. Even just thinking about moving more is progress. That's really important to recognize. Okay, so don't minimize that. And Crystal, I want to encourage you. Signing up is like more than half the battle, right? More than that. So that is wonderful. Celebrate that. I'm so proud of you, Crystal. Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Way to go. Good job.
So we have something else in chat. Rhonda said that she is continuing to eat plant-based.
Come on, Rhonda. Way to go. Rhonda, I want to hear from you. Like, how are you feeling? Are you noticing anything different about maybe your energy, for example, or anything? We'd love to hear from you, how that may be changing or helping you. These are great.
Yes, I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more energy, just overall, losing weight and, slimming down. It's just been great. I haven't missed it. I mean, it took a while to adjust, but now it's just wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like it's a snowball, isn't it? Even just like one step, and then we feel better, right? Well done. Guys, this is why we do what we do, right? This is why we meet like this and talk about these things, because honestly, you may attend a session and it may be what someone said or what someone's doing, or Crystal went and signed up for a gym, and now I'm thinking about, I'm going to go sign up for a gym now, right? So really, it's a community effort, right? We are here. We're in this together. We're in this together. You're not alone. And let me say this. I mean, it may have been a tough month for you. It may have been a challenging, stressful month. Remember, we're here for you and want to support you in any way we can. So please don't hesitate to let us know how things are going for you. So well done. Congratulations, guys. We'll come back to more wins and we'll talk more about that. So I want to start by do y'all remember Casey Kasem? I loved his radio show. Maybe it's for folks like me. I'll be turning 59 in 2 weeks, guys. 59 in 2 weeks. So that's my birthday's coming up. But I love this quote. He said, "Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars." Love that quote. This idea of always thinking of what I can be, who I can be, and how I can improve. This idea of giving ourselves grace and forgiving ourselves for maybe not moving in some areas and just letting that go. And today's a new day, right? Today's a new day, guys. And that's a tremendous blessing, right? Wherever we may be. So today, this is what we're going to talk about. I've got a lot to share with you today, a lot really that I hope is helpful for you. The first thing we're going to talk about is growing old is optional. It actually is, especially from our mental side, our attitude, even from a physical perspective. There are some things that we can do, simple things, guys, not massive things, but simple little things that we can do that can actually slow down the aging process. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about stretching specifically today. We're going to talk about reaching our stretching goals. I'm going to show you some simple stretches that you can do throughout your day that will really, really help. I'm going to include different types of stretching. There are 2 different types of stretching that you can do, specifically movements that really benefit our body and our mind. We'll talk about the benefits. We'll also talk about an assessment you can do at home that you can assess your progress. And again, doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit can profoundly change your flexibility. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of seniors that have taken this very seriously, and it has profoundly changed their lives. I'm going to introduce them to them. We have a 30-day program that I want to encourage you to follow, at least suggest that you follow. And again, even if you just do a little bit of it, it will benefit you. And then I'm going to be training you all over the next few months, actually. June 22nd, guys, please write that date down. We're going to be doing our 5K walk. We're so excited about it. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have such a great time together. And if you've never done an event like this, please come. Again, We'd love to have you come, but I think you're going to really enjoy it if you prepare for the event. And again, it's not going to be something that's super fast. I think the majority of us are all going to be walking it. Some may choose to run it, but you don't have to do that. The majority of it, like myself, will be walking it. And we're going to have a sense of community and opportunity to share with each other and just celebrate together. So be sure to put that on your calendars. June 22nd, we'll be there at 9:30 in the morning. But I'm going to be training you literally over the next few months before that event to go from a couch, let's say you've not been exercising at all, to a 5K. So literally just little things that you can do that 5K will be a breeze. You'll have so much fun. You're going to feel so good because we're going to do a little bit of training along the way. I'm going to talk to you about walking and the benefits of walking. So this is the date. Make sure you reserve that on your calendars and let's dive in, guys. So let's do this while you're sitting in your chairs. I would love to have you, if you wouldn't mind, guys, put your cameras on so I can see you. That allows me to give you some cues and some ideas related to your activity. You may be doing a couple things posturally that you may want I can help you with. But if you'd like to be seen, please put your camera on. So what I'd like you to do is sit on the end of your chair. Sit on the end of your chair. We're going to do just a little bit of movement, starting with our upper body. All I want you to think of is just moving your arms just like this, okay? Now, when I say go, I'm going to have you start doing the same thing with your feet. Nice and slow, though. Okay, go ahead and go. Start moving your feet and your arms nice and easy. And let's have some fun and let's do a little bit. Here we go. What's going on? Come on, guys. Good. Nice and easy. Just warm up your body. Good job. Well done, guys. Good job. Okay, a little bit faster, man. Here we go. Good, guys. Nice job. That's it. Come on. Keep going. Looking good. Excellent. Don't forget to smile. Good job, guys. Way to go. Well done. Just a few more seconds. Just move those arms and your leg. That's all you're doing. Good job, guys. And slow it down. Where did it go? Where did it go? That was easy. That was really easy. Okay. Now go ahead and stand up for me. Go ahead and stand up. Now we're going to do a movement that we all remember. I think you remember this, guys. Remember, this is a jump rope, and we're going to pretend that we have two handles in our hands. We're going to put the rope behind us. Okay. Now remember, when you do this motion, guys, I don't want you to jump. I just want you to come up on the balls of your feet and then rotate your hands. So rotate your hands and come up on the balls of your feet. So literally, you don't even have to jump. You can just come up on the balls of your feet. Okay. That's a really good motion to wake the body up. Okay. Let's put a little bit of music to it. Let's do about a minute together. Are you all ready? Here we go. Come on. Nice and easy, guys. Move those hands, move those arms. Way to go, Crystal. Good job, Catherine. Good job, guys. Keep it going. There you go, Irene. Well done, guys. You're looking good. Oh, way to go, Sylvia. Come on, Danny. Good job. You want to cross it up side to side? Good job, guys. That's it, Drew. Way to go, Drew. Way to go, Jeanette. I love it, guys. You're looking good. Oh, well done. Well done. Keep it going. Good work. Don't forget to smile. Good job. 10 more seconds. Cross it up. Side to side. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it down. Well done, guys. Okay, stay there. Stay there. Now, do you remember this one? What's your favorite dance move? If you were at a wedding right now, I'd love for you to show us your favorite dance move. Okay, you ready? Okay. Crystal, even though you sat down, I still want to see your favorite dance move. Okay. Y'all ready? Okay. We got a minute. Let's just go for it. Whatever your favorite dance move is, here we go. Come on, let's get ready. Okay, get ready now. Okay, I see Catherine warming up. Irene, I can see it. You ready, Irene? Come on, Sylvia, here we go. Good job, Danny. What you got, Danny? There you go, Danny. Good job, Drew. Come on, Tanya. I love it, guys. Keep going. Go on, Crystal. You guys can dance. Well done. Come on, Irene. Well done. Go, Catherine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way to go, guys. Great job. Great job. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys. Round of applause. Now, here's the coolest thing, guys. How do you feel? Right? I
I
mean,
feel good. I feel warmed up.
right? I mean, oh my goodness, Crystal, you guys can dance, right? You guys are good, really good dancers. I'm like, Irene, Catherine, you guys were just rocking it. Danny, Drew, all y'all. I mean, really wonderful. So, do you notice to put your hand on your heart right now? Do you feel it? Beating a little bit faster, blood's flowing. Now, I want to encourage you, get your phone, your favorite song, and put that on in the morning when you wake up. Maybe when you're brushing your teeth, put that song on and just move a little bit. It's going to make a different day. You're going to feel better for the day, right? And just again, a little bit of movement. And look at this gentleman in this picture. What a great picture of a gentleman. I'm not sure how old he is, but senior. And he has got a skateboard in his hand, right? He loves skateboarding when he was a kid, and he's doing it now. Something that he loves to do. And I want to ask this question. And if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of work with you today, guys, on writing down some goals. But I'd love to have you either write down on a piece of paper or on your phone, what was it that you loved to do when you were a kid? Like, what activities did you love, right? For some of us, it was jumping rope. For some of us, it was playing hopscotch, right? But finding that activity that you enjoy, maybe for some it's dancing. Like, dancing is phenomenal. I'm going to share with you some information today about a ballet dancer. Oh my goodness, she's amazing. She's 85 years old, right? So anyways, growing old is optional. We're going to talk about that in depth today. Remember, we've talked about this before, guys. The movie The Wizard of Oz, what a great movie. But do you remember the scene when the Tin Man and Dorothy came up to the Tin Man and the Tin Man couldn't move? Do you remember that? He was standing there with his axe, couldn't move. And do you remember all what the Tin Man's first words were? Do you remember that? His first words out of his mouth were oil can. He was trying to tell her, can you loosen up my joints with the oil can? And as she began to spray the oil on his mouth, and he began to move his jaw, and then on his arms, he began to move his arms. And then pretty soon he was fully moving and dancing and just living, right? And today, I hope that this class is an oil can for you, that it will allow you to move. For some of us, we have some bursitis or maybe some arthritis going on. What we're going to be doing today is actually the best thing that you can do for your joint health, specifically for your joint health. So again, I want you to be careful, but be very mindful that this type of movement is very beneficial. So here's the picture, that first picture of the Scarecrow and Dorothy. What classic movie, right? Wasn't it fantastic? So today, I want to talk to you about 2 ways to improve your reach, your stretching, your ability to stretch, our flexibility, right? How do we do that? I want to talk to you about dynamic stretching, and I also want to talk to you about static stretching. There's 2 different types, 2 types that we're going to be exploring together. Let's talk about the first one, dynamic. So what we just did a moment ago, just a second ago, our dancing, our little bit of motion of jumping rope, even in our chair, this is a dynamic movement. It's making what's called active movements that stretch our muscles. So do this for me, guys. I want you to raise your right arm and then raise your left arm, just simultaneously, up and down, just reaching up. This is a dynamic movement because we're moving, right? We're moving our body. So simply raising the arm up and down. Now, for some of us, this may be tough. because we have shoulder issues. But what we're doing right now is we're bringing oil to the shoulder joint. We're bringing blood flow to the shoulder joint. Well done, well done. So dynamic movement is really moving. So for example, here's another movement. Great stretch for the hamstring, the back of the leg. Now you don't have to do this, but if you were to swing your leg, just swing it up and down. There's my dog right there, by the way. That's Sophie. She's making a little cameo appearance. But just swinging your leg up and down, and I'll show you, you can probably see me doing this. So raising up and down, up and down. That's a dynamic motion. That's a good stretch. Now you don't want to overstretch it, obviously for injury's sake, but that's a good example of dynamic motion. Here's another one. Stepping out and going into a lunge and stretching and then stepping into the other leg, another example of a dynamic motion. And here's a more ballistic motion, more of an athletic movement where you're jumping. Now, these are all examples of dynamic stretching, very beneficial. Here's something, a little bit of interesting trivia. When I was in high school, we were taught when we played football to stretch our bodies before we played, right? Now what we realize, science shows us the best way to warm your body up. So if you play tennis or you go bowling or you play golf, the best thing to do is not static stretching, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Like say I want to stretch my shoulder. This is a static stretch, holding this for 30 seconds. It's good for us, but that's not what you want to do before an activity. What you'd rather do is what we were just doing a moment ago, dynamic movement. You want to do something that's moving, right? So if I'm going to play golf, it's good for me to stretch my back, but it'd be better if I were to practice this motion of swinging. This is what we want to do to prepare our body. So dynamic movements are really beneficial, especially for warming our body up. Now, let's talk about some of the benefits of dynamic movement. It increases your body temperature, your blood circulation, your fluid production is higher. It improves your balance. Just doing dynamic movements improves your balance, which I'm going to show you in a moment. It boosts your body awareness. You're going to get stronger and more stable. It actually increases your range of motion. And I love this, guys. It prepares your body for peak performance. It reduces injury. So that's really important. So for those of us that are playing golf on the weekend or tennis or pickleball, my wife and I just recently started playing pickleball. What a great sport. What a great game. But warm up before. Can I tell you a funny story? Not funny, not really funny. So my wife and I went to play pickleball and we were playing my brother-in-law and sister-in-law who were really good. And so before the event, we were waiting for the court. I began to do some dynamic movements, like some lunges and some moving my leg up and down. And my wife looked at me, she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm warming up." And I said, "Honey, you should warm up too." She said, "I don't need to warm up. I'm fine." Well, guess what happened? We're playing and everything's fine. My wife's a really good athlete. But my brother-in-law, he shot a little shot with a little spin on the ball and it was short to our net side. And my wife had to sprint as fast as she could to get it. And guess what happened? She pulled her hamstring.
Oh,
yeah. And so I didn't do it, guys. I was really good. I didn't say I told you so. I didn't do that. But now playing, this was a while ago. My wife is definitely doing her dynamic stretching and warming up. So if you're ever playing any kind of sport, dynamic movement is really important, super important, okay? And it also improves your posture, which is really cool, really cool. I want to share this with you. I love this. I love this picture of this beautiful woman. Her name is Anna Pesce, and look how beautiful she is. But look at the picture on the left. Do you see the kyphosis, this rounding of the shoulders, the spinal issue that she had, right? But look at her on the right, and all she started doing, guys, was dynamically stretching her body. Literally, over a period of a few months, she went from this posture to literally this posture. Her movements became freer, all because she started doing like yoga-like movements on a regular basis. So I really want to encourage you, if you feel like you're struggling with your posture, and again, unfortunately for Anna, she was very limited in her activity. And that's what we need to remember. The more we move, the more free we are to perform and enjoy other activities. So we're going to go through our workout of the month, guys. This is a great workout. I just want to walk you through it first. You can do this in your chair. I want you to stay in your chair if you'd like. You can stand if you want to, but I would prefer that you experience it in your chair if you'd like to. We're going to start, guys. This activity is very, what should I say, dynamic. In other words, it's all a dynamic type of a routine. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's slower than most activities that you may have done in the past. I want you to really focus on your breathing. So as you're doing your motions, like for example, do this with me, guys. Take your right hand and reach it out in front of you, like you're pushing something away from you, and then pull it back. And then take your other hand and push it out in front of you, and then pull it back. It's very almost like Tai Chi or Qigong, these types of almost a martial art type of a movement. It's very fluid. Tai Chi, guys, is one of the best dynamic activities that you can perform. I've studied martial arts, but doing something slowly and under control, it requires mindfulness. It requires patience. But I'm going to take you through this workout in just a moment. But I want you to experience this because this is all a dynamic form of activity. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, guys, go ahead and sit at the end of your chair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our video so you can see this is actually going to be, I want you to watch this and do this with us, okay, if you wouldn't mind. And what I'd like you to do, hang on one second, I'm going to adjust my volume here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys. Now, what I'd like you to do, can you all hear me okay? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Great. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I want you to see in this picture, we're going to start with just warming our body up. Sit at the end of your chair and just move your feet and your arms like you see Brooke doing right now, nice and easy. I'm going to get us a little music as well. Nice and slow, nice and relaxed. Good job. Now, you can do this standing if you want to, or seated, but if you're seated, make sure you're tall and upright with your posture, shoulders down and relaxed. Arms are going to be moving nice and easy. Okay, just nice and easy. We're just going to warm the body up. You don't have to go too quickly. Okay, now, guys, hands down by your side. I want you to raise your hands up like you're flying like a goose. And then you're going to go down slowly, 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 slowly. Good job. We're going to raise the hands up again. And then back down slowly. Good. That's it. Now, this is a dynamic motion for the shoulders. Raising up, reach high, and down slowly, just like you're a big, beautiful goose. We call this a wild goose move. Good, Rachel. Perfect, Catherine. Nicely done, guys. Now, I want you to bring your breath into it. I want you to inhale. As you raise your hands up, inhale through your nose, and then exhale through your mouth. Let's go back to light movement with our feet now. A little bit higher with your leg, a little bit higher. Good, just to warm our body up. You're looking good, guys. Again, flip your video on if you'd like me to correct or see how you're doing. Danny, that's perfect. Sylvia, beautiful. Good job, Drew. Looking good, guys. Okay, we're going to be going to our second set. Nice, Jeanette. Nice, Irene. Good job, guys. Good posture. Okay, remember your breathing on this one now, okay? Really focus on your breath. Get ready now. Nice and easy. Here we go. Hands down by our side. Inhale. Exhale. Just let your body relax. Nice and relaxed. Nice and focused on your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Good. Relax your body. Relax your breathing. Reaching up and down. Good, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Stay steady and slow. Inhale deeply. Exhale down slowly. Good, guys. Really nice. Again, inhale deep. and down slowly and relaxed. Great job, guys. Okay, let's go back to walking again. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. We're just trying to increase our blood flow right now. That's all we're doing. Good job, guys. Well done. You're looking good. Good job. Relax your breathing again. Relax your body. Let your shoulders be down and relaxed. Make sure your eyes are looking straight ahead. Good job. Pay attention to how your body feels. What do you notice in your body right now? Do you notice any discomfort in any area? Do you notice any pain? I want you to really focus on your breathing on this next set. I want you to focus on bringing just really that relaxation to that area. If it's your neck or your shoulders, I want you to release and just bring those shoulders down slowly under control. Good. Inhale. Down and exhale. You guys look great. Rachel, that's perfect. Good job, Catherine. Inhaling and slowly exhale. Good, guys. Relax your mind. Just take a breather. Good job, guys. Slow and controlled. Well done. Let any stress that you may have, just as you inhale, take that stress, and I just want you, as you exhale, just let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Good job. One more time. Let's go back to our marching and walking. How are we doing, guys? You're looking good. You feeling okay? Good job. Well done. Well done, Danny. Good, Sylvia. Good, Drew. You guys look good. That's it. Excellent. Good, Irene. Okay, last set now. We're going to do this again. I really want you to focus on your breathing. Okay, really focus on the breathing. And as you reach up, I want you to reach up as high as you can, hold, and then press down. Okay, get ready for it. Looking good, guys. Nice and easy. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Good, guys. Reaching up. Down and relaxed. Beautiful job. Well done. Inhaling and relax the body. You're looking good, guys. Down and relax. Good job. Well done. Looking good, everybody. Now, if you want, notice Brooke stretched her side of her neck. You can bring your head from side to side. Good job. Nice and slow on the way down. Well done. Very good. Okay. That's our first movement. It's just a dynamic movement just to warm the body up. Now what we're going to do, guys, I want you to sit on the end of your chair. I want you to put your left foot in front of your right foot. You can notice this where Brooke has it right now. Let me pause for just 1 second. Then what you're going to do is you're going to stand from your chair, but put the majority of your weight on your left foot. Okay. Stand up with your right and left together, but we're going to put a little bit of extra pressure on that left leg. Okay. This is what's called a one-legged squat. Now, before we do this, I want to share with you all. Ideally, when you do this, you'd like to put the majority of your weight on your left foot, okay? But if you feel like it's too much pressure, not a problem. You literally, Brooke's going to be sitting down. When you do this, guys, feel free to just do a quarter squat. Like, watch me right now. I'm just going to do a quarter squat. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even close to my chair. I'm just going to bend down about this far. About 5 to 6 inches. This is all I'm going to do. Down and up. But I'm going to put the majority of my weight on my left leg. Try that right now with me, okay? Put the majority of your weight on your left leg and just go down a little bit and then stand up, okay? Just a little bit, 2 to 3 inches, and then back up. Good. That's what I want you to start with. Brooke's going to be going down to her chair. You don't have to go that far, okay? Let's do this together. Give it a try. Here we go, guys. Good. We're going to go down again, just about a little bit, and then we're going to come up. You don't have to sit down. Okay. That's eventually we'll get there. Down and then back up. Good job. Again, weight is on the left leg. Weight is on my left leg. And then I'm going to press into that left heel, going down. Again, counterbalance your weight by putting your hands in front of you. and then back up. Good, guys. You're looking good. Again, a little bit down. I'm not going to go far, and then back up. Good job. We're going to do 30 seconds on each leg. Okay, so 30 seconds on our left, and then 30 seconds on our right. Perfect, Danny. Good, Sylvia. Again, don't have to go all the way down, just a little bit, 2 inches, and then press back up. Sylvia, that's fantastic. Great job. Okay, now switch legs. Put the right foot in front of the left, and we're going to press on the right leg. Good. Again, don't go all the way down. You don't have to go all the way down if you don't want to, and then press back up, especially if you have knee issues or joint issues. I just want you to go down a little bit. Rachel, that's perfect. Perfect, Rachel. Good, Catherine. You got it, kid. Again, press on the heel, push up from the heel of the right foot. Good, guys. Excellent work. I'm going to take my jacket off. I'm already getting warmer. Good job. Looking good. This is a great exercise, guys. This is one of those exercises that really strengthens the leg. We're really working on the right leg right now. Okay. Remember, keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Give yourselves a round of applause. That is what is called a one-legged squat. Okay, let me pause for a moment. If you want to strengthen your lower body, that's one of the best things that you can do. It's called a one-legged squat. And again, remember, guys, watch me. Right now, you can't see this because of my video, but I've got my right foot in front of my left foot. And I'm just going to go down a little bit. I'm going to go down about 4 inches. I'm just going to do this here to here. I'm not sitting down. Right now, if you watched Catherine was able to sit all the way down. Now, we'll get there, but start by just moving about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches, and then 5 inches, then 6 inches. Eventually, guys, you'll be able to strengthen that leg so much that you can actually do a one-legged squat, which is a very athletic movement. Okay, so now let's sit on our chair. Again, if you want, you can do this standing. Now we're going to just take our right arm, and we're going to be doing the same motion, but just almost think of bouncing a beach ball. Okay. I really want you to work on your wrist as you're doing this motion. I want you to really think of pressing down with the fingers, pushing that beach ball down. Okay. Let's do this together with Brooke. So again, sit at the end of your chair. We're going to inhale and then exhale. Good, guys. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Keep that motion. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful, guys. Again, this is much more of a meditative movement. Good. Now, left arm, reaching up and pressing down. Good. Allow your body and your breath. Inhale deeply. Now, notice what Brooke's doing. She's bringing her right leg out in front of her. If you can, try that. That increases the intensity of the motion. So my right leg is up, my left foot is down, or vice versa, whichever you prefer. Good job, guys. Good. This brings a little bit of balance and also strength work to the core. Good. Nice job. Well done. Switch legs. Left leg is up. Right arm is moving. Good, guys. Try that. See how that feels. It brings a little bit of complexity to the movement. Good, Sylvia. Good. Keep your eyes up, Sylvia. Good. That's perfect, kid. Danny, that's nice. Good job. Drew, beautiful, Drew. Well done. Okay, switch legs. Same thing. Switch arms. So notice, guys, if you can bring that foot off the ground just a little bit, or just keep the heel touching the ground, that's fine too. But if you can begin to raise that foot, you're going to strengthen your core, your tummy, your abdominal muscles as you do this motion. Well done. Well done. Okay, guys. Number 3. How's everybody doing? You okay? Okay, now let me pause for a moment. Now, this is what I want you to think of doing. Sit on the end of your chair. I want you to imagine you have a beach ball in your hands, and you're going to push the beach ball out in front of you. Okay. And then you're going to bring it back to your chest, and then you're going to rotate to the side and push out to the side. Okay, watch Brooke. We're going to do this from side to side. I want you to keep breathing deeply. Okay, inhale. And now we're going to really think of rotating the body. Don't over rotate, just where your body can naturally go. Come back to center, rotate to the other side, press out, bring it back to center. Good job. We're going to go to front and just press in front of our body. Come back to chest. Rotate to the side. Good, guys. Beautifully done. This is dynamic. This is a way to warm the back up. Good. Inhale. Exhale as you press out. Inhale and exhale. Good, guys. So you're coming back to the side. Good work. Well done. Come back to the middle. Pressing out. Good. Well done. That's a simple movement, dynamically warming your back up. Good job. Now, what I want you to do is widen your stance. I want you to widen your stance. I want you to raise your hands above your head. And I want you to think of holding that beach ball and making a big round circle. Big round circle. As you almost touch the ground with your beach ball. You don't have to touch the ground. But just really think of, and again, guys, go at your own level. If you have back issues, I want you to be very careful. Don't bend too far. Round you go, and around we go. Good job, guys. Inhale deeply as you come up. Inhale and down and exhale. Beautiful. Great work. That's it. That's emotion one. Inhale. And go the other direction. Let's switch sides now. Let's go the other way. I was going to my right. Now I'm going to my left. Good. Let me watch you. Keep going. Drew, that's nice, bud. Good work. Danny, good job. Nice. Sylvia, beautiful. Slow and controlled. Way to go, Rachel. Catherine, I love it, kid. Great work. Well done. As you come up, really think of reaching up. Slowly down. Again, you don't have to go too far. This is a great dynamic motion for the back. Well done, guys. Everybody okay? You doing okay? Good. You're looking good. Okay, now.
I have one
I
question.
want you to press that with one hand. We're going to rotate the body and press out again. Come back. Other hand, press in front. We're going to reach to the side as we turn. So it's almost like the other motion, but we're only using one hand. We're going to reach to the front, and then we're going to reach to the side. Remember, guys, when you turn to the side, don't over rotate. Just a little rotation. Okay. Good job. Just a little rotation. Come back to center. Good job. Middle. And then to the side. Good. We're going to inhale. And then we're going to exhale. Good, guys. Well done. And rotate. Good job. Looking good. Middle of the body. And then rotating to the side. Gentle. Very gentle with our motion, okay? Remember, we want to move slowly and under control. Good job, guys. Let me watch you. Good work. Just nice and easy, nice and easy. Good job. That's it. One single arm rotation. Okay, now I want you to bring your fingers together. We're going to raise our hands above our head. And what I want you to do, guys, is lean over to the side. Just lean over to the side, just gently, very gently. Allow your body just to gently lean over. We're going to go to the other side. Hold for about a count of 1, 2, and then back to the middle. And then over to the side gently. Let me watch you. Good. Rachel, wow, your flexibility is really good. Way to go there, Catherine. Really good. You guys' flexibility is really good. Good, Danny. Don't overstretch, Danny. Just nice and easy, bud. That's good. Really good, though. Really good flexibility. Now, notice what Brooke's doing. She's putting her hands behind her head and just a very gentle, easily stretch. Again, be careful of your back here, guys. Okay. Be careful of your back. Good. Excellent. Good. Well done. Now, this is one way, guys, to stretch the back of your arm. Put the hand behind and the other hand on top of the elbow. The key here is try to keep your chin. You don't want to be looking down. You want your head to be up. Okay. Nice and relaxed. Good. Drew, that's good. Sylvia, that's good. Nicely done. Well done. Well done. Good job. Well done. If you're not seated, have a seat. And I want to hear from you guys. How did that go? How did that feel? Talk to me. Well done.
Well, we had a question
doing?
from Susie. She wanted to know if you have osteoporosis, is twisting safe?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So you really want to be very careful with any type, for all of us actually, you want to be very careful with any type of a twisting or rotational movement. If anything, these slow movements, the slow type of Qigong or Tai Chi type of motion, it's very slow. Versus if I were to do this type of a motion, you definitely don't want to be doing more of a ballistic motion. So slow movement is very beneficial, but fast motion is, yeah, you definitely want to be careful with that kind of activity for sure. Really good. Any other questions at all? Good job, guys. How'd that feel? Y'all okay? You did
Rhonda
great.
said that she felt great.
Good, Rhonda. Well done. Good. So
Feels-
that's I would love for you to include this type of a workout in your routine. It's simple, it's dynamic. Jeanette, did you have something you want to share, kid?
Oh, I just said, I feel like I've been stretched out.
Yeah, so isn't that the coolest thing, that we're dynamically moving, but we're really warming our body up? So take one or two of those motions and add it to when you wake up in the morning. Maybe it's simply waking up, inhaling, or exhaling, rotating slowly and controlled. It could be any of those motions that you really enjoyed. So I'm happy to hear that, Jeanette. That's really good. Great job, you guys. You looked really good. Excellent. Any other questions or anything related to that movement section? Okay, because we got a lot to still cover. Let's dive in. Let's go back. So this is your workout of the week, guys. This is what I want you to be doing on weeks 1 and 3. I'd love to have you think about doing these movements. You'll have that in your packet, so make sure you download that. Now let's talk about the other form of stretching, which is really beneficial. It's called static stretching. This is the type of stretching where we hold, for example, if I'm going to stretch my shoulder, try this with me, guys. Take your right hand and put it on your left shoulder. Okay. Then take your your left hand and place it on your elbow, on your right elbow, and just gently apply a little bit of pressure, not a lot. Now, holding this position is a static stretch. You're going to feel a little bit of stretch on the shoulder. If you press a little bit further, you're probably going to feel even more of a stretch, right? This is what is called static. We want to hold this for about 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, this is a different type of stretching. This is the type of stretching you want to do after your activity, after you perform, let's say, your pickleball or your tennis or your golf. It's a good way to stretch those muscles out, right? Couple of benefits, again, very similar to our dynamic motion. All of these benefits of blood circulation. I love this one, guys. Number 2, it removes waste products from our cells. So you talk about being younger. This is one way to do that, and that's blood flow. The more blood that we can move throughout our body, the healthier our cells are. It increases our mobility, our posture, which is great, strength, stability, range of motion, and it actually is a wonderful way to also reduce injury. I love this picture. So this is, believe it or not, this is Barbara Peters, and she's 80 years old, guys, in the picture to the left. She actually is considered to be one of the most mature ballet dancers. I believe she's from England, if I'm not mistaken, and she's phenomenal, absolutely incredible. But what she does is a regular stretching routine every day. Now, notice what she's doing right there in that picture. She has her left foot on top of a bar. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that if you haven't been stretching regularly, right? But you can work your way up to that over time. And I'm going to show you guys, there are definitely some stretches that you can do, but here's a simple test that you can do. I'd love to have you try this when you want. You don't have to do it now if you don't want to, but what I'd love to have you do is you're going to be standing. In fact, you guys want to try it? Let's do it together because we're all warm. Let's try it. Go ahead and stand up. And what I'd love to have you do is ideally just start, guys. Watch me first. You're going to put your feet together. Your feet are going to be together. Okay. And what I'd like you to do is stand nice and tall. And I want you to take your hands and place them on your thighs. Okay. Just on your thighs. And all I want you to do, and again, please be careful if you have any back issues, specifically lower back or upper back issues, be very careful. All I want you to do, guys, is just bend from the waist and slide your hands down to where you're just touching the top of your kneecap. Okay, just a little bit of a stretch, and then come back up. Okay, come on back up. Now, for some of us, that's as far as we want to go. We don't want to go any further than our kneecap. Okay, but for others, I want you to put your feet together, hands now on your thighs, slide your hands down past your kneecap, just below your kneecap, just gently. You're going to feel this in the back of your leg, the hamstring. Okay, and then come back up. Now, if you were to test yourself, this is a way that you can do it, guys. This is a really great way to test your body. Ideally, when you think about really looking at your scores, if you can touch your toes, that's phenomenal. If you're close to almost the edge of your sock or the loop of your tennis shoe, that's pretty good. But you'll see here on the far right is a rating scale. And why don't we try it, guys? But again, please be careful. Don't push yourself. If you feel pain or discomfort, stop. Go ahead and slowly lower yourself down and see if you can almost get to mid-shin, or maybe even just above your shoelaces. Some of you may be able to touch your toes. Some of you may be able to grab your toes. I'm not sure. It depends on your flexibility level. But here's the cool part. You can improve your flexibility significantly. You really can. So try that. Hang on one second. Let me go back. Okay, go ahead and stand up now. Love to hear from you. How many of you, by a show of hands, were able to touch your toes? Curious. Few of you? Okay, good. Now, for those of us that are struggling to touch our toes or even getting close to that, don't worry about it. This is a stretch that you can do regularly that actually will increase your flexibility. But again, please be careful. You don't want to hurt your back. You've got to be very careful and to prevent that. But here's a simple way to test yourself over the next few months or so, how you can improve your stretching. Now, here's another way to test your upper body flexibility. This is called the shoulder reach test. What you're going to do, guys, is you're going to take your right hand, you're going to put your hand behind you, and then you're going to take your left hand and see if you can bring your fingers together. Now, if you had a buddy or a friend, they would measure the distance. Now, you can see my score, not real great. I've got almost a -5 inches. Now, that's my upper body is not nearly as flexible as my lower body. So that would be an indicator that I should be really doing more upper body stretching than lower body stretching. So for most of us, you're going to see, test your right hand and then test your left hand. You're going to notice one arm is, wow, that's really good. Danny, wow, that's really good. Danny's got like perfect shoulder flexibility. But you may notice, Danny, I don't know if the other side was the same. Were the same on the other side too? That's pretty darn good, really good. Yeah, but typically some of us have shoulder injuries or just a little bit more of a frozen shoulder. But again, please be careful. Don't overstretch. But these are two ways, guys, to measure your flexibility. Just be careful that you don't overdo it. Now, here are some movements that are included in your packet this month. I love these stretches, guys. Let's do a couple of them together. So here's a simple shoulder stretch. Take your right hand, reach across your body, take your left hand, and just draw upon the elbow. Just reach, this is called a crossover stretch. Super simple. Or the second one is a tricep stretch. Hand behind the head, head up, other hand on top of the elbow, and just stretch the tricep. Good. Again, this is if we want to make it a shoulder stretch, bring the other hand behind you, just like we were doing a moment ago. Really good. Now, here's one of my favorites. How about a simple neck stretch? Try this, guys. Just tilt your ear, your right ear down to your right shoulder, just gently. Very nice and easy. Now, if you want to, take your hand, place it on the side of your forehead, your temple, and just gently apply a little bit of, don't push too hard, gently hold. Good. You're going to feel this in the side of the shoulder and the neck. Hold that for 15 to 30 seconds and then come back to center. Go the other direction. Same thing. Again, this is a side neck stretch. Really good motion. So guys, I want you to you'll have this in your packet. but follow any one of these, pick 2 or 3 or 4 of them and add these to your routine to help improve your flexibility. There's some really good stretches here. I hope you enjoy in your program. So really quickly, guys, before we run out of time today, and I want to make sure I answer your questions, I want to talk about your walking. Let's dive into our walk. Go ahead and have a seat. Have a seat. And let me stop for a moment. Does anybody have any questions at all, though? Let me pause, and I'm going to see if you have any questions. Does anybody have any questions at all? How are we doing, guys? Everybody okay? So we've covered dynamic stretching and static stretching, 2 different types. I want to encourage you to add them to your routine. It really makes a big difference. I'm going to pause just for a moment to see if any of you have any questions. Everybody okay? Thumbs up. All right, guys. Very cool. All righty. So let's do this now. Oh, sorry. Catherine, did you have questions?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Everybody good? Yeah, so I did see a question come in chat. Catherine, I think somebody was asking about the packet. Yeah, so there's a link, guys. You received an email, I believe it was yesterday, with a link that allows you to go into a Google folder and download these notes and this information. So there's a PDF with the workout, and then also these stretches will be included in that PDF. Be sure to grab that. Be sure to grab that. I see Sylvia said, when you reach for your toe, do you bend your knees? Great question, Sylvia. No, you want to keep your legs straight. So we want to, now, with that said, you want to keep your knees a little soft, You'd never want to lock your knees out, but with that said, you really want to keep your knees as straight as possible, because a true indication of a flexibility test is with your feet together and your legs straight, as opposed to bent. Because that can manipulate the score. But great question, Sylvia. Really good. Anybody else? Any other questions? Okay, good. So let's dive in, guys. Let's talk about walking. I want to share with you probably one of the most powerful ways to boost your mood, to literally feel younger, and it's to walk. And again, we're going to prepare over the next 10 weeks or so. I'm going to be sending you regular information on how to improve your walking. Couple of things. First thing I want you to do, and again, this will be in your packet. I want you to determine a 12-week goal. Like, think about 12 weeks from now, what you'd like to accomplish when it comes to your fitness. So for example, and disregard the date on this, this is an old document, but for example, maybe you want to complete a 5K. We want to walk it. That's your goal. My goal is to walk a 5K. I'm going to do that coming up here in a few weeks, right? In 12 weeks or so, right? On June 22nd, right? We're all going to be there together. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. I want to run it. Some of you may want to run it. Some of you may want to train for a half marathon. Some of you are regular walkers and you want to walk it or run it. Some of you, now again, that may not be 12 weeks from now. Some of you may want to learn to swim. Some of you may want to swim 10 laps in a pool. Some of you may want to ride a bike. I have a client, she's never ridden a bike in her life. And her goal is this month, she wants to ride a bike. I love it. I absolutely love that. Some of us, I had one client said that he wanted to hike the Grand Canyon. That's a great goal, right? But this is what I want you to do. What's your big 12-week fitness dream? Write it down, guys. What would you like to accomplish 12 weeks from now? Now, for the majority of us, is I'm going to be there at the 5K and I'm going to walk it and I'm going to complete it. That's my goal. That's great. That's perfect. But to do that, we want to train for it. We want to help you feel your best when you get to that 5K. Again, some of you may want to run it. Some of you may want to start biking. I'm not sure what it may be for you, but I want you to share in chat. What, if you had a wish, a dream, a goal that you'd like to accomplish in 12 weeks, what would it be? Jot that down in chat, and I'd love to hear from you. Maybe Catherine, as they come in, you can chime in on those. So this is week 0. I want you to be preparing mentally, and we're going to start training, guys. And do this for me. Bring a family member with you. Bring a family member to our 5K walk. We'd love to meet your family. I'd love to meet your spouses, your kids. Okay, second thing I want you to do, assess your health. Has a doctor ever said that you have heart trouble? Do you have any chest pain? Do you feel a sense of dizziness or spells of lightheadedness? Has your doctor ever said, I want you to be careful? Please take a moment to assess this and then talk to your doctor about, hey, I'd really like to start walking more. Is that okay? I really want to make sure that you're ready for your 5K medically and health-wise, okay? Thirdly, guys, do this for me. And I'd love to hear from you. A few of you have emailed me, and I so appreciate it. I'm not sure if Rachel's still on, but Rachel, I hope you got my email. I'd love for you to do a 1 mile walk assessment. So this is what I'd like you to do. Go to your local high school, on the track, go on the track, warm your body up first. But what I'd like you to do is do 4 laps, 4 complete laps around the track. That's 1 mile. And I want you to time yourself, okay? Don't run, just walk as fast as you comfortably can, and then time yourself the moment you start, the moment you stop, okay? 4 laps, and then shoot me your score. Tell me how you did, but this is what I want you to think about. If you are 16 minutes or more, you would be considered a novice beginner walker, and that's good. That's a good place to start, but we would want to train you in that category, and I'm going to show you what that will be. If you're at 13 to 15 minutes, you're what's called an intermediate walker. And if you're 12 minutes or less, you're an advanced walker. Okay. Now, promise me that you're not going to go crazy out there. I don't want you to be like my wife pulling her hamstring, right? Go at your safest pace. Preferably, if you can, go with somebody, maybe your spouse or a family member or a neighbor. But this is a great way to assess where you may be. Catherine, I'm going to pause for a moment to see if any answers came in. Do we have anybody chime in there? I'll wait on that. So number 4. So guys, here's what I want to show you. If you are a beginner walker, if you're in that 16 minutes or more category, I want you to think about, there are different ways to walk, and I'm going to train you on this right now. There's what's called a strolling technique. So strolling, if you think about it, and you can see by the information here, this is a beginner level. You're going to walk with your chest up, shoulders are down and relaxed. Your chin is going to be parallel to the floor, and this is the key. Your hands are going to be down below your waist. And when you walk, try this with me, guys. You're just going to walk with your hands down by your waist. That's all you're doing. Nice and easily, just swinging your hands. This is a comfortable walking posture. Your intensity level is about 2 to 3 miles per hour. This is a really good type of walking technique when you just want to relax. Like, imagine we're going to go for a stroll in the park. Like when we do our 5K, there's going to be a lot of us that are going to walk at this pace. We're going to enjoy the lake. We're going to enjoy the beauty. But then there's a second level, and this is called rolling. Now, this is what I want you to do. If you're following, now you can stay seated, but I want you to bend your arms now. Okay, I want you to bend your arms, and you want to think of a technique of hand to shoulder level and then hand to waist level. So we're going shoulder, waist, shoulder, waist. So this, and here's a trick, guys. The faster you move your arms, the faster your feet will move. It's really interesting. But this walking pace is about a 3.5 to 4.5 miles per hour. This is a faster moving pace. This is for someone that is really a little bit higher fitness level, and their walk test was about 13 to 15 minutes. Okay, here's the key though. You're going to do what's called a rolling technique with your foot. You're going to strike with your heel, and your foot's going to roll and press up on your foot. Now, if you want to, you can try that in your living room right now. Just take a couple of steps, and you're going to press and bring that toe up towards the shin and then roll. It's a great way to walk. It's a really, and I'm going to teach you this. When we see each other, when we get together for our 5K, I'm going to actually show you how to do this. It'll be fun. And this is a great way to walk on a regular basis, especially when we're walking for fitness. We're trying to improve our fitness level. So this is technique number 2. Technique number 3. This is called the burning technique. Okay. Now what this means, guys, this is interval walking. Now I want you to consider this. Imagine we're walking and there are two telephone poles. Okay. When I'm walking, I'm going to warm up. I'm going to get my body loose. But now as I'm into it and I'm doing the rolling technique, I'm moving my arms quickly. I'm fast walking, right? But what you want to do when I hit that telephone pole, I want to go as quickly as I can. Do you ever see those race walkers where they're racing each other, right? Where they're really going at it. They're really moving their arms. They're really moving their feet. You're only going to do that from telephone pole to telephone pole. And then when I hit that other telephone pole, I'm going to rest and I'm going to bring it down to a level 2 or a level 1. I'm going to slow it down so my heart rate can recover and I can breathe better. This is a really effective way of walking. This is called burning technique or interval training. So just think of it as 30 seconds slow, 30 seconds fast, 30 seconds slow, 30 seconds fast, or minute slow, minute fast, minute slow, minute fast. This is a phenomenal form of training that helps our cardiovascular health. It helps to improve our fitness, and it's very beneficial from a fat burning perspective if you want to burn fat for energy. And then number 4, I'd encourage you guys to think about this. In fact, if you haven't already, I really would encourage you, go on Amazon. You can get these anywhere, but go on Amazon. And guys, what you want to get is the tubing I'd recommend. It's what's called spry tubing. It comes with handles. These are about, I think they're about $15 now, $15 to $20. Best piece of equipment you can own. Very inexpensive. Oh, I love it. A few of you already have one, right? Danny, I see you got it. Good. A few of you. Now, when you go walking, bring this with you. So what you can do, you literally can put it, here on around your neck or even around your shoulders. And when you're walking, now be careful because it does apply a little bit of resistance on your back. But you can use this as you're walking. But what I really like is pausing at a park, stopping, take your tubing and just put it down on the ground. And you can do some upper body exercises. You can do some upper body training. For example, like a minute of training, and then go back on your walk. It's such a great piece of equipment. Now, there are other forms of tubing that you can get. I mean, these are like, I think these are maybe $3. It's more of an elastic band. It's lighter. You can roll it up. You can put this in your pocket, right? So again, you can get this equipment anywhere, but I would recommend Spry tubing, SPRI. It's probably one of the better. You can go to, I think it's spry.com. You may pay more there though, guys. So go to amazon.com to order one of these. I love the toning technique when you walk. It's so much fun. I'm going to show you some of those activities when we get out together live, but yeah, love it. Love it. So one other thing, so when you look at your tennis shoes, guys, super important, please invest in a good pair of shoes. If you haven't
got that toning.
Yeah, Jeanette, I'm sorry, kid. Go ahead. I'm hearing you, but you're going in and out. Jeanette, where are you, kid? Hang on one second. Let me close this for a moment. Let me find you, Jeanette. Did we lose Jeanette?
Yeah, she had some feedback.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Jeanette, we'll wait for you, kid. Come on back when you're ready, because for some reason we're not getting you. Let's see here. Any other questions before we go back? Oh, Susie, thank you. So sweet. Oh, Drew, love it, bud. There you go. So Drew, I hope you're okay with me sharing this because you did share it with everybody. Drew just said, and this is a fantastic goal, guys. He's going to walk a 5K in 2 hours and lose 10 pounds. That's perfect. Drew, way to lead the way, bud. Way to lead the way. I'd love for each of you, before you leave this training today, to do exactly what Drew did. Identify what your 12-week goal is. Like, what do you want to do in 12 weeks? Now we have something to train for, right? We have something that's going to pull us, right? I love it. Good. Anybody else want to share? Yeah, Jeanette, we hear you, kid.
Next
No,
is-
let me give you a shoe recommendation. Let me go back to that. Let me talk to you about that. That's super important. So if you've not bought a pair of new tennis shoes, guys, in at least a year, it's time for a new pair of shoes, especially if you walk quite a bit. You may notice that the surface underneath is really frayed. You really want to consider. So a couple things. Number one, consider shopping at a specialty store. We have a store in Orange County called Snail's Pace. They're great because they literally will allow you to come in. They'll actually do a podiatry examination, almost literally looking at your strike of your foot and how you're stepping. Now they're definitely more expensive than the average tennis shoe out there, but not a bad idea. I would highly recommend this, guys. When you go shopping for your tennis shoe, be sure to try the tennis shoe on in the store. Okay, very important. I often buy my shoes though online, and one of my favorite pairs of shoes are Asics. Now, I will share. I have a narrow foot. Some people have a wider foot. I've heard for those that have a wider foot, Asics are not as good of a tennis shoe, but it's super important before you buy a pair of tennis shoes, because most tennis shoes are going to be $80 to $120. That's pretty expensive, right? So it's an investment though in your foot care. And here's what's important, guys. How your foot goes, your body goes. If your shoes are too tight or they're too big and your foot is moving, it can cause gait issues. It can cause postural issues. It can cause what's called chain issues, where your knee begins to throb or your hip begins to get bothered. So I want to encourage you, when you go shopping, try the shoe on and walk in it in the store to make sure you feel comfortable. But here's an important tip. Go shopping at the end of the day. Your foot is typically swollen at the end of the day, so your shoe size will be different. It's really important, and not significantly, but it's enough where you really want to. Make sure your sock is on when you try it on. Make sure you put both shoes on, not just one. That's very important. When don't forget to stand when you're measuring your feet. Again, you don't want to be sitting down the whole time. You really want to get up and move. There should be, guys, about a half an inch distance from your toe to the end of the front of your shoe. And again, always check the width so that your heel is snug. Okay, really want to be snug so it's not pulling in and out. That'll cause blisters for you. Again, many stores, they'll allow you to walk for a week in the shoe, or they'll actually, you can return it, which is really good. And again, number 10 is a really important one, guys, is replace your shoes on a regular basis. Most experts agree every 500 miles is time for a new pair of shoes. Usually 5 to 6 months if you're an avid walker, right? I find for many people that you can get away with 8 to 9 months if you're not walking all the time. But I hope this is helpful for you. This is in your packet. Just make sure as you start your training, be sure to check your tennis shoes out, because that's very important for our foot health. Okay. Any questions on that at all? Feel free to unmute if you'd like to. Everybody okay?
Jeanette just asked if Big Five is a good store.
Yes. Big Five is a very good store, Jeanette. In fact, I go there. They're not as much of a specialty store as, let's say, a Snail's Pace, but Big Five has the best economical deals. They have all of your brands. Asics, I have discovered to be one of the better walking shoes. But again, make sure that you grab one of the individuals there that works there and have them help you. So they're trained in this. They'll actually size you correctly. They'll allow you to walk around the store with the shoe. I've discovered Big Five. Typically, if you buy a pair of, let's say, Nikes are a decent shoe. They have really good options. Adidas is really good. Puma also very good. My personal favorite is Asics. Again, just my foot again is very narrow, and I've worn Asics, and they're very price-wise, they're really reasonable. And Big Five is a store that I've used in the past. So hopefully that helps. Any other questions, guys?
There's a question about the brand Brooks or New Balance?
New Balance is very good. New Balance is a very good shoe. I've not utilized Brooks. I haven't seen the latest reviews on Brooks, but New Balance is a very good, reputable company and provides excellent shoes. I can't comment on Brooks, but I'll definitely check that out for you, Ellen. Guys, I want you to write my email down. It's Sean, S-E-A-N. And in fact, let me put it in chat for everybody. Because what I'd like for you all to do is I would love for you, hang on one second, sorry. I can't talk and type at the same time. Oh, here we go. I misspelled it here. There we go. Sean at personallyfit.com. Okay, here's my email. What I'd like for you to do is I'd love for you to shoot me any questions you have. And I'd also love for you to shoot me your goal. I'd love to see, exactly what it is that you want to accomplish. Like Drew said, walk a 5K in 2 hours and lose 10 pounds. That's perfect. That's measurable. That's something that's going to pull Drew. Watch, guys, watch Drew. And I want that to happen for all of you. Same thing, that when we get together on that 5K live, we're going to be high-fiving each other. We're going to be hugging each other, whatever, right? We're going to just be celebrating just a great accomplishment of what you're going to intentionally focus on for the next 10 to 12 weeks. Okay. So do me a favor, please shoot me, think about it, take some time to think about it. You may know now. We'd love to see what you want to do. You can shoot that over to us now. Questions, other questions. As you're thinking about your questions, just a reminder, next month, we're going to be talking about nutrition. This month, I wanted to really focus on your walking. We need to start talking about that. But next month, we're going to talk about your fitness and your nutrition, really, really honing in on your nutrition, May 17th at 9:30. And again, a reminder, guys, please, please, please write this down. We want to see you live. We're going to spend a great time together, and it's going to be a fun, leisurely, enjoyable time together. It's going to be really cool. Okay, so I'm done sharing that. Questions.
Someone asked about Hoka, but I'm not sure if that's a brand or of shoe. I think it may be referring to that, but I'm not entirely sure.
What was it again, Catherine? I'm sorry.
Tracy asked.
What was the brand?
Somebody asked about Hoka, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Tracy said that Hoka is a brand and she wants to know if that's a good brand.
Yeah, Hoka, I'm not familiar with either. One thing I would mention, guys, the big players out there are New Balance, Asics, Adidas, Puma, Nike. Those are your big five. Now, just because they're the big five doesn't necessarily, and I'm not referring to the store big five, but they're very good shoes, typically for runners, typically for triathletes, but they're expensive generally. The lowest cost, and I think the best value, in my opinion, is Asics. Again, if you look typically at a store like a Big Five, for example, they'll typically have really good deals on New Balance and Asics. So instead of paying $100 or $120, like a good Nike shoe is going to be $120 to $140. You're going to get a good shoe probably about $70, even to $50. That's a great price. Again, like everything, prices have gone up, but it is the best investment, guys. I can't emphasize that enough, because you don't want your feet to hurt. And for us, we're all going to be training and we're going to come to the 5K and we're going to be ready to walk. Now, for others, they may come to the 5K and they haven't walked in a couple of years. Now, again, I want to remind you all, we're going to have fun and go at whatever pace you want to. That's really important to know. This is not a race, right? Not a race. You just want to go at the level that you feel comfortable. We're going to have different groups. We're going to have a group that may want to run. We're going to have a group that maybe want to be fast walking. We're going to have a group that's leisurely walking, and some that are going to be stroll walking. So it doesn't matter, but your footwear is super important. Really, really important. Yeah, Betty, Skechers is a great shoe, really good shoe. They're not as much of an athletic shoe. However, they've become a much better athletic shoe. They definitely began to compete in that realm. Skechers is really in that realm of comfort, and again, also value. They're excellent shoe for the price that you're paying. Again, what's really interesting, guys, there are some individuals that believe wearing shoes that mimic your bare foot. Like there are many that believe walking in your bare foot is the best type of training that you can do, which there is some benefit to doing that kind of training, but you've got to be super careful, right? Of the terrain, the turf, wherever you may be, you don't want to injure your foot. I don't know if any of you have ever had a foot injury. It's not fun. It's definitely not fun at all. Any other questions?
Actually, to make a comment about that, I used to hike this trail in Glendale, and I was doing it consistently for about like five to 6 months. And I remember that I would see this guy walking up this trail barefoot. Every time I saw him, he was barefoot. And I don't think I ever saw him with shoes. And that trail was pretty steep. There was a lot of rocks, and and it always, I don't know, like, I want to say that I thought it was amazing that he was able to do that, because I feel like our feet are sensitive because we use shoes, and I feel like shoes are a form of prosthetic, so we don't walk bare, like bare, so I just thought it was very interesting, and I just wanted to say that.
No, you're absolutely right. What's interesting is there is a sector in the fitness world that really recommends barefoot training. Like when you're lifting weights, like Crystal, you'll see this when you go to the gym, kid, when people are doing squats, we would never think of squatting without a good solid tennis shoe, right? Because you've got weight on your back, but you're seeing a number of people now squatting in their socks or even barefoot. And the reason why they're doing that is because that's obviously the way God made us, right? Is we didn't come into this world with a shoe on us. And you look at other countries, and some of the best long distance runners, sprinters have trained in their bare feet. They are by far the greatest in the world. And the reason why is they've trained, and remember, guys, they have significant calluses on their feet from training over that time. So literally they almost have like a padding on their foot. Like, you ever wonder, like when we're walking our dogs and we're walking across, and they don't have shoes on, but again, they're trained in a sense to be barefoot all the time. So there is a camp out there that definitely recommends training in your bare feet, but I would be super, super careful. You definitely don't want to injure yourself. You definitely would like to progress yourself to get to that level of hiking with rocks and thorns and everything else out there that you pick up. So yeah, I'm a shoe guy personally, but there is definitely some good arguments for training in your bare feet. So just don't do that and say, oh, Sean told me to train my bare feet. No, I don't, I'm not recommending that. So